income. And if the liberals had their way, my mom and dad's utility bills, 2 seniors in their 70s on a fixed income would be paying double for their utility bills. We're not going to let that happen, are we? We're going to win this battle on cap and trade. I don't know about you, and I say this with respect, but it was embarrassing to see our president hightail it over to Copenhagen for that climate change conference to kowtow to these environmental radicals. That's just wrong. And we're not going to stand for it, and we're going to win this battle on cap and trade if we stay focused and if we stay driven on this. You know, I don't often look at political polls. That polls are for politicians. But I want to give you one number that tells you a lot about this healthcare and this cap and trade battle. Because those are 2 of the biggest economic issues, and I would argue issues period, but especially economic issues in the country. And Gallup polling service came out with a poll just in the last couple of days. And let me give you a number. When they ask if you approve or disapprove of the president's handling of the economy, okay? That means really the healthcare issue, the cap and trade issue. Let me give you these numbers. 56% of Americans said no way. We disapprove of the direction this president is taking us. So my friends, we're winning these battles. Keep heart. Let's keep fighting because we're winning these things. Despite all the pundits and all the politicians in Washington and in these state capitals, the American people are with us. We're not outliers. We're not radicals or extremists. We're the mainstream America. That's what we are. That's what you are. And that's why we're winning these political battles. Because the people of America are on our side. Look, you know, a speaker said it earlier. I think it was Donald, one of our small business owners here. The government, honestly, these guys really believe that you can tax your way to prosperity. They believe that. Americans know better. The mainstream of America knows better. They know that you cannot spend your way to prosperity either, can you? The government can't do that. Hope and prosperity and security comes from the American people, not from our government. And we know that instinctively as Americans. And so Americans are doing what they always do when they face a challenge. They're standing up just like you are tonight and fighting. And that's what you're doing here in Maryland. I actually live next door in Virginia, and I travel the country with Americans for Prosperity. And I see this all over our country. And I want to tell you something. Last year in Virginia, a lot of people said Virginia has gone the liberal way. It's now a deep blue state. 2 governors in a row that were liberals on taxes and spending. 2 U.S. senators who were liberal on taxes and spending and economic issues. A state legislator in control as well, the state senate. All these members of Congress going the way of liberalism. But last year in Virginia, the people of Virginia had their say. And they did what you did tonight. They said we're going to work and organize and fight for our values. By the way, not for any political party, but for our conservative values. That's what it's about. That's what this battle is about. And Virginia tonight is turned around. And I'm telling you, as you stand here tonight, Maryland is going to turn around. You're going to turn around this great state. Don't let anyone tell you that conservative values, that freedom doesn't sell in Maryland. My friends, it sells across this country. You know, I mentioned Al Gore earlier. I just want to tell one story. He came to Portland, Oregon. Not exactly a hotbed of conservative values, right? Portland, Oregon. We held an Americans for Prosperity rally there at 6 p.m. on a rainy Tuesday night. They tell me it rains every Tuesday night in Portland. I don't know. We had more people outside in the rain on a cold, dreary night than he had inside at his speech and fundraiser. And that's in Portland, Oregon. And that's what's happening, not just in Oregon, but right here in Maryland. You know, I'm looking around. I was a liberal arts major in college. I know that. But I think there's at least 2,000 or 3,000 of you here. And if you go back to your homes tonight and commit yourself to working and fighting and standing up and talking to your friends and your family, reaching out to people that you don't know with our message, you will turn this state around. And we're proud to be a part of it, Americans for Prosperity. Thank you all for coming. One last thing. You know, Bob Ehrlich, I know he's here somewhere. I would say he did a pretty good job when he was in there. Did you think? And I'm glad he's here. Yeah, and I'm glad he's here to see you and to know that he can take heart as well, just like all of you. Thank you all very much. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work starting tonight. Good night.